Today is July 24th, 2024, and yesterday it's very interesting because the indices actually were breaking above the previous day's high, and it looked like we were heading to this point of control, and I said there was going to be some sellers here at this low volume node, and almost to the tick, I think. We just got there and then we reversed, and we were balancing for a little bit, and towards the end of the day we repaired this profile that had a bearish imbalance look. It was a B profile, and then we put some excess to the downside. And then after hours we had earnings, and we came back down, open with a gap, and we're not able to fill that gap during the overnight session, broke this low, and now we're heading back to the 90-day point of control, which is a magnet. And it's the level that we've been looking for the past few days. So failing to move above, coming below through the value on this day, and now we're at the low side of value from Friday, and likely we're gonna test this 55.34 point of control today. At least that's what it looks like. It's been we're in a bullish market, so it's been a little hard for the short side, but it looks like we're gonna get there. And if we get there, we have this two lows right here from the end of June, early July, that I want to see this get tested and see if this area again becomes an area where buyers are defending like they did before, or if we finally break this and then end up filling the rollover gap, which is at 54.50. So 54.50. That's if sellers take it below this area. Otherwise, I'm looking for a bounce here. We're entering the last week of July, and as I've been saying, July is bullish, even though we're seeing all this. We've seen a pretty nice rally at the beginning of July, but then we're taking it all back. So we'll see what happens in the last week of the month. So for today, we have some news. We have PMI at 9:45, US home sales at 10 a.m. and we have some Fed speaking later on, but the Feds are speaking after the market, so that's irrelevant for today. But we still have earnings, and markets looking at those, and tomorrow we have jobless claim, GDP, and PCE on Friday. So for today, what I'm gonna be looking for is we close way up here at 55.99. So all the overnight inventory is short. So I'm gonna be looking for correction of inventory to at least this single print at 55.72, where we might see shorts stepping up again. But if we get above the single print, then I'm gonna be looking for longs towards to fill the gap, and then possibly come back and keep moving down. But so far it's looking like it wants to test the previous week's low and then get to that 34 level. Let's see what else. Okay, in Q, NQ already broke the previous week's low, and it's heading to test the 50-day moving average, which is at 560 and change, 19,560 and change. And this is also where the monthly pivot area is, and you can see that we came during the overnight, we came here and found buyers just now. But if we break this area, I'm gonna be looking for a retest of the 19,500, and then the 19,400 is where there's a big low volume area. So this area should initially act as support, and if it breaks and sellers keep pushing, eventually we'll come back to the 1950 area, 1980 area. But if we are able to hold this, then the 90-day and the 20-day point of control are still up here for NQ. So value is higher. So move back to value means that we come back to the 20,000 area. Crude oil. I mentioned yesterday, if we lose the 77.40 area, we're gonna come back to 76.60. That's exactly what happened, and we found buyers there, and now we're coming back up. Now we have the two distributions are starting to be a little more clear now that we broke this area. So I'm looking for this, for where the 200-day moving average is, and this low volume area at 78.60 to be the line in the sand. So getting above the 200, we can look for longs to target the 81 area, and staying below it, we come back into this 76.60. If we fail to break above this area, then probably gonna retest this lows. We have a lot of untested lows here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lows that were not tested from the RTH sessions, that we can probably get below this and then look for longs back to 76.60. But again, above the 200, looking for a move back up to where value is currently. All right, let's see. Gold. Gold looks like it came back to the 2400, and now it's kind of rolling back higher, moving back higher again. There's two low volume areas, one at 24.32 and one at 24.52. So look for some resistance at 24.32, and if we fail to break above that, then we're going back to 2400. And if we get above it, there's this little distribution and some resistance at 24.52, and then the target up, if we get above 52, 54, this area, is at 24.68. That's where this untested point of control is. All right, I think that's pretty much it for today. Good luck.